Hi. Cool. So today, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a follow-up stream for actually releasing the Gutenberg 12.0 plugin. Yay! This is fun. This is my first time through the release process. I've never done it before. So if you were here last week at the same time, you saw me stumble through getting the release candidate out the door. And now we're doing the second part of that, which is actually releasing the stable plugin. So to do that, we can go. So if you're interested in how this works entirely, you can absolutely read the documentation, which is right here. So have a look at that. A couple notes on this. This isn't something that just anybody can just come and start pressing buttons and release versions of Gutenberg. You need to be part of the Gutenberg development team. And to be part of the Gutenberg development team, you need to have been around the community for a little while, do a couple of active get a couple of pull requests done, things like that. So it's not hard. You just have to spend a bit of time kind of like, getting yourself involved in the community a bit. And then you can volunteer, you can be asked to do this. It's a fun process. So as we went through last week, so we are now going to go into this process. So now that we have sort of the stable or sort of the release candidate ready, we want to talk about getting the stable version ready. So we need to check. Let's see. Change log. Selecting run your performance test. So the one thing that we do need to kind of check out is whether or not anything needs to be cherry picked. So in the time between when we cut the release candidate and got that live, code has been written, things have been merged, and so on and so forth. And at this point, if there's anything that, say, like if there was a critical bug fix or some kind of weird regression or something that needed to be addressed, we would need to do that now. So you can, and I kind of stumbled a bit with this because I don't know everything that's happening everywhere. And you know what I'm gonna do actually, and I didn't do this. I'm gonna announce that I'm going through this process in the core room. So that's what I'm doing. So let me just do that now. I'm starting the Gutenberg 12.0 release now, and live streaming the process here. Okay, so I just dropped this into the core editor room. And yeah, so it's good to keep everyone up to date on what's going on. So if you're not part of the Making WordPress Slack, I'd highly recommend getting part of it, becoming part of it. And then, so now people hopefully are going to see that, and we can go back to what I was mumbling about before. Cool. So anyhow, so one thing that I kind of found a little bit daunting was figuring out what's changed, right? So you can actually look in Gutenberg. So the process is if anything is supposed to be in, hey, Florida Coder Man, welcome aboard. Congrats on your first pull request to Gutenberg. Yay! Big. I need like a sound effect and a mode or something. I'm gonna up my Twitch game for that. Anyhow. So you can actually look and see what is available, what has been sort of closed since then. And I think I actually have the wrong, this is the one I'm looking for. So if we look, we can see that all the PRs for the milestone 12.0 and have been closed. So if something needs to be added to the milestone, it will get added to the physical milestone here, the Gutenberg 12.0 milestone, and then it needs to get cherry picked. So these are all the things that have been merged into that, and so I just want to double check that all these things are in there. That some of these later commits or merges didn't get missed, or were merged after we cut the release. So you can see that like 7 days ago, which is exactly, I cut the release, or the release candidate 7 days ago. So we can just take a look. So I've got my Gutenberg open here. So I have a fork that I use, and then in my sorry, let me get this thing. Where did that thing go? Is that it? That's it. So you can see. So I've got a fork of Gutenberg set up for my pull requests and things like that. And so what I've done is I've checked out the release branch right there. So and then now you can do git log like this and get all this stuff. You can, there's a lot in there. So you can do it that way and see what like the last commit was. But you can also, in VS Code, I'm going to go into the source control here, and you can see the commits that I have. So so these are the 2 commits that I did last time, basically. So this is creating the release candidate. I think you can see that okay. I should do a scene with me over here too. I'm gonna do that. Thanks for streaming this. Hey Ann, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Everyone gets to watch me mumble. Cool. So we can look through this list and we can compare it to the list that we have here. So maybe I can get kind of like a side-by-side thing happening here. There we go. Okay. So if we look, we've got fixed mobile scroll bar, fixed mobile horizontal scroll bar. It's and it looks like it's right here. So that is in there. We've got add missing comment link icon. So there's this one here, and then there's add WebP extension in there, which I don't even see that. What is this? So can I click on that? Where does this take me? So this is a pull request. It's okay. So it's in there. Okay. So that's cool. So that's been merged. It's in the milestone. That's good news. It's am I just missing? It's probably in here somewhere. I must have just missed it. Because obviously these things don't necessarily have to be in the order that they were committed. So that seems to be in there. So it doesn't look like there's anything in the most recent merge stuff that's not in here. Like everything is what I'm saying. So let's look. Fix mobile, remove hard-coded, fix shift layout in core right there. So I'm looking at this one, and this one's over here. I'm gonna move this over a little bit. Insert menu, what's this one? RN mobile. There it is, insert menu. Page list, let's see if I can find that. I'm okay. Use core entities instead of direct API fetch right there. Okay, and then we are global styles, add block icon next to block list. So we can see that we've got all this stuff, and now we're getting, seven. Okay, so this is still 7 days ago. Style and config. Where's that one? Style and config. Sorry. Widen acceptable. Yep. Then we got a try in there somewhere. What's this one called? Try. Let featured image block inherit dimensions. There it is. So there's one way up there. Okay. 8 days ago, page list. I mean, I'm not going to go through all of these. This is just sort of like a sanity check here. What's this one? Page list block. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we're good, because now we're into things that are like 8 days, 9 days. So we're sort of getting further and further back, which all would have happened before I cut the release, or the release candidate. Cool. So I'm confident. I'm happy that this is correct. So we're kind of done there. So so the release candidate is that part, and then so once we have that done, we're probably pretty good there. So there's a whole like internal creating a draft post process that I'm not going to get into right now, just because we're sort of in the middle of creating highlights and things like that. But with every release that goes out, there's a post associated with it. So I can find an example. Sure, I can find an example somewhere. there's like so it'll all fall under this tag, right? So we've got here's the last version. So we're gonna do one like this, which I won't do in the stream because, like I said, we're still sort of finalizing a few things, and it's not fun watching me write at the best of times, and let alone that's the whole point of what I'm doing. Cool. So next thing, have to jump for a call. Expect me back if you're still around 30 minutes. Yay, release parties. Yeah, we'll probably be here, and I think there is I think it's a bit of a process doing it. It takes a little while. So cool. So let's see. Okay. So the next thing now is, I think we can just go, so we don't have to do any of that. We don't have to cherry pick stuff. I think we just have to go into the build process now. I'm just going to take a quick look in our making WordPress. Okay, so there we go. All right, nobody's screaming, don't do it, don't do it. So I'm going to do it. I'm just going to hide this. Okay, so to actually do it, we need to go into actions. Right, as we sort of talked about here, we need to go into the actions and go into this build Gutenberg zip. I'm going to just close this. So we got this build Gutenberg zip, and we need to run the workflow. Right. So we are going to, and then we have to do it on trunk. Right? I think we have to do it on trunk. Pretty sure. Yep, it's always trunk. Okay. To release stable version, enter stable. In each case, press the green. Okay, so it's always trunk. Okay, cool. So we're gonna come in here. I'm gonna do stable. Right? I hit stable, and let's see if I can see. We can see this. Okay. We're gonna hit run workflow, and now we wait. Build. Okay, so we can watch. We can watch this. Let's open this up, and this is the part that's going to take a little while. So the difference here is that when we ran it last time, there's some things that we're not going to be having to do, there's some actions that take place. So this is going to build the plugin. It's going to do version bumps and make it, instead of seeing like 12.0.0 RC, it'll be just the actual version. So let's just see here. Compute current enables and next stable release. We can look at this job. So, that looks like it's done. So now we're going to bump the version. I don't know what that means. Let's go back to the summary. So did this mean it failed? Did this just fail on me? Oh, it's queued. Interesting. All right. Oh, I see. Okay. I panicked a little bit there. This is queued, so it's going to take a little bit longer. I'm just going to kind of let that run, and then I guess we can just kind of talk about the whole process. So I went into this process with a little bit of a lot of imposter syndrome. I've been a developer for a long time. All this stuff is not really new to me, in the sense of actions and workflows and continuous integration and automation and all this stuff. But what I was immediately nervous and scared to be like, oh great, I'm going to release a plugin that's going to break the internet if I don't do it right. That's not what I found. I found that it's automated, it's easy, and it's also, well, I shouldn't say it's easy. It's automated and it's straightforward. There's steps in place. There's documentation. I've been able to reach out to people in the community, other people at Automatic who have done this, and it's been great. The release lead is, in my experience, is more like someone who is shepherding and facilitating the actual release process, and less about the code. I mean, you have to know about the code, you have to know what features are in there, but the changelog shows you that stuff, and you can, have a sense of what's important and what's not. But the automation of the checks and balances in place kind of keep this pretty straightforward. It's going to be pretty hard, like, unless I've missed something in unless something was added and needed to be backport or cherry picked and wasn't tagged properly, or there's some sort of like human error in that sense. I don't see, you can't really mess this up. Oh, it's absolutely nerve-wracking pressing that button, like totally, because I don't know what it's gonna do. It's a big automated process, right? And it's freaky. But that's the imposter syndrome, right? Like, they're not gonna just let any joker like me just do this. If I can take down 42.5% of the internet or whatever we're at now, if I can do that just by clicking a button, then there's a problem with the process, and the process seems to be pretty rock solid in my experience. Although apparently everything's queued here, so let's just take a look at the actions and see what's going on. Oh, looks like there's probably, oh man, a lot of queued and pending things. So I don't know. Lots going on. So let's see. Where? There we go. So it's in progress. Oh, is it running again? Ah, there we go. Sweet, it's running again. Okay, so something picked it up. One of the runners was available. So what is this thing actually doing? So let's look and see. So, cool. So we're creating a new. Whoa. Cherry picked the version bump commit. So this is like, doing this manually would be terrifying and a nightmare, and there'd be so many steps. So this is like the power of actions and ad play here for sure. And I mean, it just kind of shows you that all you have to do is kind of click the button and watch, drink your coffee, and make sure that nothing fails. So I believe after this process runs, so let's see here. So after this process runs, we have to do the same sort of thing that we did before, where we get like a changelog and a draft. We get a we get a release draft, and we have to go in and kind of clean up the changelog. Now it's pretty important. It was important last time, but it's probably more important this time. Oh, that's my email. It's probably more important this time just because it actually ends up being the changelog.txt in the file, in the plugin itself, if I understand that correctly. And then, copy the. So we just got to spend some time going through the changelog, making sure that there's no typos, things get moved where they need to be moved, and we can kind of take a look at that. If we look at our last release as well, we can see what we did there. So we just go into releases. Let's see, this is the release. So this is the RC that we did. So a lot of this stuff we could probably just copy and paste, or we could mirror what we've done here in the new release when that gets done. Oh, there we go. Build release artifact. I think so okay. So we're waiting for another runner to pick that up. So we'll go through the actual release and then create that, and then once it's been released, we'll have the artifact, we'll have the actual plugin. We can probably download that plugin. We should just probably download the plugin and then install it locally to make sure everything kind of work. The changelog is automated. Yeah, that's a good question. The changelog is automated in the sense of like it goes through all the PRs and grabs the sort of the changelog portion of it and moves it in. What's really cool is that if there was like a cherry picked merge that got moved over, it would add another like a header at the top. It would be like it would look something like let me see if I have an example. Something like it would put a header that looks like this on it. Here, I'll drop it. What am I doing? I'll drop it in chat. See if I can something like in our case, it'd be probably like 12.0 to, oops, 0. So like you'd put something like that in there, and then you know that those are the things that were cherry picked in after the release candidate was cut. So we delete that header and then we move those items into the appropriate feed. But yeah, it's really automated. It's really pretty, makes life a lot easier when things are just written for you, right? Wish all my code was written for me. GitHub Copilot for the win. So let's see where we're at here. Okay, so we're still waiting for that. So it looks like the version's been bumped. That's a good sign. So far, so good. Anyway, so once the release draft and everything is done, there's another action that will get created. And that action is the one that actually uploads the artifact, the plugin, to the the Svn repository, and therefore onto the WordPress.org plugins repository. I'm using the word repository as many times as I can today, but I can't do that. I need someone who is part of the Gutenberg core team. Someone, and that's something that's I think you have to be around a lot longer to get access to that. So I will have to ping someone that I know that can upload that thing for me. And then that's automated. It'll just get released, and then all of a sudden, if you have the plugin running, you'll get the notification that there's a new version to install it. Yeah. So yeah. So let's see. Let's just, while we're looking, we'll just have another read through here. So documenting the release with release note and post. Yep. So like I said, there will be a post it's being drafted now. Oh, and the other thing we have to do is we have to add the performance test. So I believe when this action completes, it actually runs the performance tests, which you'd see. I think we can see an example down here. This usually gets dropped to the bottom if I'm not mistaken. So this is last version. Yeah, so we have this performance benchmark. So we'll need to get the performance tests benchmarks from the performance tests that are run, which I don't know where they are. We'll take a look. We'll figure that out together, and then we'll need to be updating this. So we'll see how we are with all this stuff. So 11.8, and yeah, so on and so forth. So that's that's one of the last things, and then we publish the post. I'm not going to get into all this stuff, but there's sort of like more releases. There's more release processes in here. If you're interested in it, I would absolutely have a read of that stuff. Let's see. Oh boy, come on, it's taking some time. Looks like I got a whole bunch of new people drop in. Thanks for showing up. Drop a wave or whatever emoji. That's not a word, Brian. Emoji of your choice or emote. I don't know. Whatever the kids are calling them nowadays. Drop that in the chat. Say hi so I can say hi back. And if you're so inclined, this is the shameless self-promotion. Give me a follow. That'd be awesome. Yeah. If you have any questions, drop them in. If you have any questions about anything, we're kind of just waiting for this thing to happen. So I'm happy to just hang out and like chat. Maybe I'll switch to my chatting screen. Let's see what that looks like now. There we go. I like that. Okay. Happy to just like hang out and chat while this thing is running. I could talk a bit about, this is off topic, but with the live stream that I'm going to do tomorrow. If you were here for the last one that I did on Thursday, we were doing a poll block. I'm going to completely do it differently, but we can talk about that tomorrow a little bit. Because somebody commented on the YouTube video that went up after last stream about the issue that I was having with everything losing focus, and I think they are completely right, and I can't remember the person's name, and I will absolutely look it up and give them huge props next week. I think it had something to do with the key of the React element. So when it was re-rendering, keys were different, so that's why we were losing focus on the input field. And for those that don't know what I'm talking about, come by tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern, and we'll hang out and talk. Oh, looks like the build process is running. I'm going to switch back to my coding screen. And you can see we got release build. So, okay, so we get to set the job, checking out the code, desired version of Node.js. So we're building the plugin zip file. This is going to upload the artifact, release notes draft, create the artifact, post to use desired version, post checkout code. Cool. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then yeah, we just need to get this done. This is pretty exciting. Did anyone see my stream starting soon screen? I just added that thing. I had a little animated logo on it. Whew. That's right. Alright, I think this is the one that took some time last time. I think this took like 5 or 6 minutes to run, I believe. It wasn't a short run process. Yeah. So we might be here a little while. Welcome to hang out. This chat. Any thoughts on the WordPress 5.9 delay? I think it's a good thing. I think it needed to be done. Anybody have any ideas, comments, opinions? No? Okay. Yeah. So this is still running. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so it's actually just building the plugin, so that's going to take a little while. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a toque, it's because I live in Canada and it was like minus 11 Celsius this morning, so I am cold in my office. Yeah. Just gonna maybe jump over in Core, give a little update in the Slack. Yeah. Update. We're oh my gosh, here we go. Update. The plugin is building and everything is going well so far. Okay. Let's see how we're going here. Okay, so it's still building, and right. So I believe this. So yeah. So this. We're getting on in 3 minutes here. Should be a couple more minutes, and then we're good. Yeah. Sorry, it's kind of the slow part. Maybe I'll switch back to chatting. We'll talk about other things. Yeah. So I think I wanted to stream about doing something with React in the front end, not a headless build. I think doing blocks and maybe incorporating something like the poll block that I was talking about doing, or that I'm trying to do, was going to use Google Charts. I don't know if that's the right choice for that, so I think I might change it. But I think that stream down the road, I don't know if there's anybody has any interest in this, but something where maybe it's like, oh, here we go, where it's basically you know the block outputs a div or some kind of markup that then a React application is loaded into, but it's built on a block. I think that'd be an interesting thing. If anyone has any notes on any if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and drop it in the chat, or let me know somehow. Tweet at me something. Find me on the interwebs. Cool. So, what do we got going on here? Sorry, my watch is yelling at me for something. I'll do that later. Okay, let's take a look at the summary. So we got, okay, so we've got this, and that's great. Okay, so we've got the release draft. So where do we go to find the release draft? Can I click on this? Okay. So if I go into releases, if I refresh releases, so I now see, there we go. So here is our release. Okay, so this is interesting. I've never seen error. There are no unreleased pull requests associated with the milestone. Oh, sorry, you're not seeing that. Let me jump back. So, so this is the release that was generated. Now I'm seeing this, and there are no unreleased pull requests associated with the milestone. So I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. I don't know if this is an error in the script. I doubt it. I think this just means there's nothing for us to add. I think anything would have been added above this line if I understand correctly. Let's see if I'm gonna just I think that's good. So I think the first thing that we can do is we can say we don't need this. I'm just gonna paste that out because that's telling me that there's nothing in there that actually needs to be added. So we're good there. So I'm just gonna open the other release up in the secondary tab. So here's the release candidate. So if we compare the two, we've got features, enhancements. Now I wonder if it's just easier just to copy and paste the changes I made here into. Well, let's go through them and just see what it is that we need here. So, you know what? I am gonna just take this. I think this should be consistent. So I'm just gonna grab all this and script errors on the. Yeah, that's the strange thing. I wonder if maybe I should. I'm gonna drop that somewhere. I'm just gonna drop that in a note here. Let's grab that. I'm just gonna drop it into the core room. Make sure, see if there's anything ran. Take this error in change log. I don't think that that's a problem. I think that's saying that there is nothing to be dealt with, and then so maybe there's a fix that needs to happen to the actual process. But I think I'm just gonna ask: is this expected? And we'll go from there. In the meantime, I can continue. I think I'm gonna just continue working through this. So disable bottom sheet swipe gestures, navigate backwards. Okay. If I remember, there's like a various section in here. Tools, icons, components, editor, template editor. Maybe not. Enhancements. Bug fixes. What did I do for the bug fixes here? Okay, this is the part. This is kind of going through all this. So I want to just make sure that this is clean. We got some bug fixes, deprecation warning, fix mobile horizontal scroll bar. Components, code quality, navigation block, tools, testing, icons, components. Is there various? No, what am I doing? Fine, various. Okay. So I don't think there's anything in here that's like that needs to be kind of cleaned up in the sense of Okay, so I think I can just copy this, make sure, because this is exactly the same thing. So I'm going to just go ahead and grab these. I'm going to grab all this. I'm going to actually, before I do that, I'm going to copy all of this. I'm just gonna hold on to it just in case. And we got that, and then I'll just copy this from the release candidate into here. And I think we're good. Let's do that. So let's look. These are all bug fixes. Oh, sorry, I'm just reading through this, making sure nothing doesn't make things, make sure everything is kind of clear and makes sense. This release is pretty maintenance focused. There's not a lot of big features. I think there's a couple really cool ones like the add welcome guide, which I think I might just remove that where it says FSE. Add, I think it's for global styles too. Global styles welcome guide, we'll add that. So we can take a look at this to make sure. So we have, yeah, so this is for like global styles. I don't want to mess with that. You know what? I'm gonna not say global styles welcome. I'm just gonna say add welcome guide because there's two parts to that. There's the welcome, and then there's like going when you go into the global styles section. Block API. I think that's. So there's a schema section down here. I think. Allow block JSON attribute type to be an array. So this is a schema. So I'm going to move schema into the schema section and remove these. these because these are redundant. I think this is what I need to do. Right, these are like enhancements, blocks. I don't think we need blocks once in the block API. I'm gonna put that there. Scripts. I don't think we need to add scripts in the tooling. Babel preset, tooling, get rid of that. Style field, leave that. Sure, block library. Wow. This is in the bug list? This is the bug list? Bug fixes. So if it's a bug fix, I don't think we can probably get rid of the fix prefix. There. Global styles. This is global styles, so we can probably get rid of that because it's global styles. Theme JSON. Add setting property that enables some other ones. Okay. Documentation, docs. We'll remove the docs. Prefix there. Code quality. Tools, testing. End-to-end, fix, tests. I think we can probably get rid of that. Just keep an eye on my chat here. Oh, thanks for tracking that down. Let's take a look, actually, while we're doing this. I'll have a little look here. Okay, so it's gonna error no matter what. If there are no pull requests. Which seems it seems like correct in a weird way. Like if there's no pull requests that have been unreleased, like if there's nothing assigned, if there's nothing in the milestone, this will not happen. And if there's nothing, basically, I guess is unreleased, what they call unmerged, I guess. I guess that kind of makes sense. Cool. All right. Well, let's do that. So, thanks for tracking that down, my friend. Template editor, components. So I'm gonna save this draft. I'm not gonna publish it yet. It's gonna take another look here. Oh, this seems. I'm gonna get rid of that try. I don't think. Like an enhancement, when you create a block, when you create a branch for Gutenberg, you know, if it's like a new enhancement, you usually do it with the try/branch name thing. So. Like the naming convention for a branch is try/whatever your feature thing is. So I'm just going to remove that because I don't think it helps much. Doesn't provide any insight into how into what the actual thing is. Design tools. Worked into typography panel. Fix. I'm gonna get rid of the fix prefix here. Don't know what dupe is, but leave it alone. So I'm leaving fix in the commit, like in the PR name, if it's part of the sentence, but not if it's like has the prefix of fix : and then whatever. Fix editor. The adds to opt out. There you go, Grammarly. Grammarly's helping. Add the ability to opt out of core color palette v2. Fix not transforming logical. Okay, Simon's packages. Chore, apply, FSE. Full site editing. I think we can get rid of that because it's under the full site editing section. Code quality, prepare, tools, end to end. I'm leaving end to end because I think there are different types of testing, so maybe we should be specific here. Move hardcoded. Okay, tools, panel, typography, panel. Okay, those are components. That makes sense. Letter spacing. Add pattern. Okay, so I'm gonna just clean this up and save that draft. I think I'm happy with this. Let me just jump over back into the chat here and see if anybody's nobody's cool. So all right, well, I'm just gonna say I'm about to publish the release. Publish the publishing release now. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and publish this. So this is all we need to do. I'm gonna go publish release. This is exciting. Yay, the release has been published. So let's download this. I'm gonna get my just local running here. Let's see. I'll get rid of this. I'll hide this, and I'll hide this, and I'll just do that later. Local, what are you doing? Okay. So I'm gonna create just a brand new site. I'm gonna call this Gutenberg plugin tester. Continue. I'm just gonna set it up. Do anything. Bin password. There we go. I'm gonna add that site. Let's let that run for a second. I thought it felt somebody ping me about something. I did not. Oh. There we go. Okay, so that's gonna download. I like using local. It's fun. It's great for like quickly spinning things up and everything. So in the meantime, let's see. So we've got this. This is what I need. I'm going to show this in Finder. I'm going to move this to my desktop over here, and then I'm gonna do this, and then hopefully this will work. Okay, so I'm gonna open this. This is my admin password. Okay, so I'm gonna go plugins. I'm gonna add a new plugin. All right, I'm gonna just upload my plugin, which I actually happen to have right here, and drop it in. So this should, if I install this now, I should be able to activate the plugin. So this is version 12. So let's see. Just gonna kind of mess around with some stuff. The block editor, sure. Query loop. Let's go comment later. Post comments, no comments. I mean, everything seems okay so far. I'm gonna go ahead and add a theme. I'm gonna get, I'm gonna look for the TT1 blocks theme, install this. Just kind of flowing through this here. Activate now. Hopefully, yeah. So the beta stuff should come up. Okay, this is looking good. Oh, cool. Now we can get started. So now if I open this, I get the other welcome styles. This looks good. I'm gonna go through this. Now if I click on this, which is taking me back to the templates. Areas header, area footer. This should take me back to template parts, headers. It's pretty cool. Templates, single post. We can edit all this. All right. This is a quick smoke test. Things look pretty good to me. I'm gonna go ahead and say, I'm gonna announce it. I lost my page. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Okay, I need this. I need this. I need this. I'm gonna say, come here and say, quick smoke test the Gutenberg 12.0 is live. Okay, so we have that tag. So now, what's the next part? So I've got that, right? So there should be, in the actions now, there should be this, and so where do I find? I guess now I got to figure out. I don't have any idea where to find that thing, so I'm going to. Okay, I'm gonna reach out. Okay, so is there like, this is, I don't really know what I'm looking for here. So we go all workflows. Is there like a pending workflow thing? Let's say upload, fix linting issues, build Gutenberg plugin. So I've done this. So at this point, I am not able to do much else. I need to find out where that. So there should be an action somewhere. Where is this thing? Is this it? Oh, okay. Okay, so I don't know how I got here. Upload, release, what is it? Upload, update, change log, and upload, release. Okay, so it's way down here. So this looks like the one that we need. So this is waiting. So I go in here. Somebody other than me has to go ahead and click that button. So I'm gonna ping some people behind the scenes incessantly until they they do this. So this, I believe, can I view this? View needed. Okay, view. Okay, so I don't know. View needed. That doesn't seem to do anything. Cool. So yeah. So I'm just gonna wait and see. Probably should have coordinated this a little better. Time zones are a thing, but yeah. So what'll happen is somebody from the core team will go, yay, they approved this, and they'll click the button, and then everything will go up to the repository, and we can, woohoo, hey Ann, welcome back. So I'm just waiting for someone to click the button, and so if you know anyone, help me harass them. I've reached out to Hector. Hopefully he can help. Yeah, and that's kind of the process. So the next part of this will be the release post, which we're gonna be working on probably after this, and that'll go out either later today or tomorrow. There's a lot going on with some things here. So I'm gonna close that down and do this and. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe I should just end it here. This is unfortunate because I was hoping we can see it live on the repo. We'll see. Let's see what happens. No, I don't think it is. It would have been, I don't believe it is. That's a good question. Let's look. When was it? It was merged yesterday, right? I believe it was merged yesterday or the day before. So no, it won't be in this release. It'll be in the next release of the plugin for sure, which will be in a couple of weeks. Yes. So it'll be a couple of weeks, and then it'll be released, and then it's gonna absolutely be in 5.9 for sure. But but it'll be in So the next version of the plugin will definitely have that. So that's cool. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna just hang on. I know this is literally, we're waiting for someone to click on something for us, but this is part of the process. So I mean, you're absolutely welcome to hang out. We can talk about anything else you want, or we can go through this again. If anyone's new to the stream, I linked it. There's a link at the very beginning of the chat that kind of goes through the process of releasing things, which you can have a read of. And we can go from there. What time are you streaming tomorrow? It's a holiday. Oh, right, it's a holiday tomorrow. I was gonna stream the same time, 10:30 Eastern. So, I hadn't accounted for the American Thanksgiving. But yeah, I'm gonna stream, and I'll definitely it'll be available to watch afterwards on YouTube or on Twitch for a little while, anyways. But 10:30 Eastern. It's gonna be the same time. I think it's an afternoon dinner time holiday, anyways. Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely not gonna stream after everyone's full of turkey or whatever it is. I'm assuming everyone eats turkey, which is a horrible assumption to make. But those that do eat turkey will be asleep within 10 minutes. That's at least the way it is at my house. Yeah. Just gonna try to ping a couple more people about it. Alcohol. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. If you do imbibe, be asleep on the couch. Oh, looks like a couple more people just dropped in. If you're just joining, welcome, thank you. Drop a wave or whatever in the chat. I've just kind of gone through the process here of doing the release. So there is a new release available now in Gutenberg. I'll just paste it into the chat here if you want to see it. You can. Sorry, let me try that again. I'll paste that. And that's the latest release, and we are just waiting. As part of the process, someone from the Gutenberg core team has to approve the action that actually uploads the plugin to the WordPress.org plugin repository, but it is available for download if you want to have a look at it and play around with it. Oh, someone clicked that button? Let's see. So, someone might have clicked that button for me. Oh, there we go. My all right, so here we go. Nice. My man Hector helped me out. And he's on my team at Automatic. All around great guy. So great. So now we can watch this thing go. So this process, I know nothing about it. It's basically uploading to the SVN repository. So if you have a plugin that if you've released a plugin to the WordPress.org plugins repository, this will not be new. If you have not, it is all based in SVN. So you get an SVN repository that you then put your files, your zip and all your stuff in there, and then people that's where it gets downloaded from. So what this is doing is this is taking our Git repository and putting it into SVN, which is voodoo magic at the best of times. Yeah, so this is what's happening now. I wonder how long WordPress, see the Stack Exchange, that's where I get all my answers. So we go to plugins. Well, let's just wait. I have no idea how long. I don't know if it's cached or what, but we'll see. We'll see what sort of happens here. So this is running, and so while this runs, it should after the caches are cleared and everything, you should start getting notifications that if you are using the Gutenberg plugin 11.9.1, you should now see that 12 is available for an update. So we will, guess we can kind of test that, right? So let me just jump back into. Oh, someone's asking me, yes, it. Okay, so I'm just going to respond to this. Yes. Will. Someone's asking me about be live on Twitch and YouTube. Oh, not live, available. Cool. Great, so we're waiting for that to upload, and that makes me happy, and we're still waiting for that to upload. So thanks for coming along this journey with me, folks. I appreciate it. It's a good time. It's always fun to have. It's always fun to talk to yourself for an hour, and hopefully, and people think, I don't even know what I'm saying. I have to drink more coffee. Who did I just respond to in Slack? Michael, are you in the stream now? Just give me a wave if you are, because I can drop the link to my YouTube channel, which I think is actually it's on my Twitch channel, Twitch to get to YouTube. But yeah, there you go. Welcome aboard. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Are you joining me from Twitch or from YouTube? YouTube Live. Looks like Twitch. Looking at the chat here. Cool. If anyone that is joining late, oh, what's this? That's okay. Cool. So now we're gonna run SVN copy. You guys are running a bunch of commands here. That is pretty awesome. I'm just gonna kind of wait for that to run. So here is the link to this is my YouTube link. It's also available like in my Twitch description, but this is my channel. If you go there now, I'm live streaming to YouTube as well, but this will all be uploaded there. Twitch will keep it for, I think, 14 days or something, and then it goes away. Cool, all right, so this has been done. So we've uploaded. So let's go to the plugins here. I'm just gonna do a search for Gutenberg, and let's click on Gutenberg. Oh, okay. Some of the caches maybe haven't been. Caches probably haven't been primed yet. I'm gonna try to fake it, but okay. So last updated was a minute ago. So why did the version number not bump? I have a feeling that's not anything that we need to be too worried about. What we can do though is we can take a look in the Gutenberg zip. This is the one that this was the artifact that was created from and added to the release that I linked up there. So if we look in text, we should see. Okay, really? No, not really. So it's got the right version there. That's cool. Changelog. Where did that come from? That shouldn't have been there. Oh man, did I make a mistake? Oh. So this is the release. So I don't know why that is in there. Why that changelog is including this. Interesting. Did I miss it? If I edit this, it's not in there. That's interesting. Okay, so cool, I guess. I'm not really sure what to say there. Okay, so I can just keep refreshing this and hopefully, if I download this, what do I get? Oh, so it's giving me the right zip. That's fine. This just probably needs to be updated. Some caching mechanism or something. Because that's definitely the right version. Though. Cool. Okay, so I'll just update the core room up here. Gutenberg 12.0. Wow, what am I doing? 0.0 has been released, uploaded to the plugin repository. Okay, cool. Plugin release script. What is in the main plugin file front matter? Let's look. Main plugin file front matter. Well, you know what? Let me just open this up in VS Code. Let's just take a look here. VS Code. So in here, there's nothing in here that would be. Is this what you're talking about? First of all, stable tag and readme is wrong. Stable tag and readme is wrong. Yeah, it is wrong. It is, isn't it? Okay, well. Yeah, this is the downloaded file. Oh, the downloaded file, like from the repository. Is that what you're talking about? Not that one. No, isn't this one? Oh, where am I here? Too many browser windows open. That's not the one I want. Neither's that. I keep opening the same windows, don't I? Yeah, get it here. Okay. And this is the one I want. Show and Finder. Let's open this up. Weird. Okay, so the version, okay. So this is definitely something, change like that. I don't know why that's there. This is interesting. Okay. Hi Kinder K, how you doing? Okay, so it looks like there's an issue. So let's see what we do. I don't know what to do. Oh, well, no, just update it. What? There's some magic afoot. Something's going on. Did you see that, Florida Coder Man? Just refresh the page and now the version's up here. So this is the version, this is probably getting pulled from the plugin header then, I would imagine, right? Right? Because there'd be different versions. So what we got here? Tags. See that? Weird. Okay. No, that's not what I want. Sorry. We're gonna want this. So that version's correct. This. Okay, let's see. Where's the readme.txt? That's changelog.txt. Where's readme.txt? No, the stable tag's correct. Well, false alarm. False alarm. Okay, so yeah, okay. Maybe there's some other processes that I'm not really familiar with in there. Update plugin stable version. Okay, well, I don't have to debug this because it's working, but it seems that was unexpected. Like, I was not expecting the files that I have access to all of a sudden be a little bit different, right? So does that mean, like, if I get this artifact, so this is the artifact for 12.0, right? If I look at this, show and finder, I'm gonna delete that and delete this too. You can see I've been downloading things for, yeah, I gotta replace that. Okay, and let's hide all this. Get rid of this thing. This is the one I just downloaded. So if I look at changelog, see, that's still, hold on. So I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. That's the version. This is the stable tag. I'm gonna do some research and figure this out, because I don't really know why. I don't really know why that's happening. I mean, the important part clearly is that where'd that go? WordPress.org. Is that when, you know, when we search for Gutenberg, that's wrong, Gutenberg, that we get the appropriate version of the plugin, right? And we do. So this is correct. So that's the important part, because this is what's gonna drive all the installs. So cool. Okay, well, appreciate you all hanging out with me today. Florida Coder Man, you're a rock star, a gentleman and a scholar, for helping me through all this. So I think I'm gonna call it there. But thanks again for joining. Like I said, if you're not following me on the things, follow me on the things. I stream at least once a week, typically Thursdays, 10:30 Eastern. I'll be streaming tomorrow, so grab some turkey, hang out. Anyways, great. So I'm gonna say bye, and thanks for coming.